Welcome to week 15 vocabulary. If you're new to the Teacher Eberle YouTube channel, please make sure that you like and subscribe this video. We are very excited to start off with 5 new root words this week. Our root words this week are hema, meaning blood, mono, meaning one, viv, meaning life, phone, meaning sound, and proto, meaning first. Make sure you write these down so that you have them, and we'll go through each definition with example words. All right, so first up we have hema, meaning blood. This isn't a root that you're going to run across a lot in normal life or in normal conversation, but when you do, there's not usually enough in the context clues to help you figure out what it means. So the dash level word here is hematology. So it literally means the study of blood. That's all it is. So what I would do in your notes is I would just write the study of blood and blood-forming organs. So that also means that it's going to be looking at some of the veins and artery if you're studying hematology. All right, and next up we have hematoma. Right here is our star level word. Hematoma is a collection of blood in tissues and organs. You have to go to the doctor when you have a hematoma. It's not great for you. Hematite is our exclamation mark level word. It is a type of mineral. It is a gray-black crystal. If you're looking for more pictures of it, feel free to Google them. Hematite is very shiny. It's very pretty. The example sentence down here saying the patient was diagnosed to have a hematoma. See, this is kind of what I mean, that doesn't give you enough context clues to let you figure out what a hematoma is. So this is an important root word that'll help you because context clues very rarely get you for this kind of word. Next up, we have mono. Mono meaning one. You see this first example word, monotone, a lot in people that are new to recording YouTube videos. Monotone is when someone talks in one tone the whole time. See, you're already bored even just listening to me saying that. Monotone is a very even tone, and when we're speaking, we use different levels of tone, different pitches to convey emotion or excitement or boredom or frustration. And when you're speaking in a monotone manner, you don't have that. So you've also will see it in its adjective form, monotonous. So you could say, listening to the teacher talk was very monotonous. Now, this last word down here is monologue. Monologue you're going to hear the most when you're talking about theater or television. So a monologue is entertainment by a single speaker. Technically, this video is a monologue. It's just me, one person, talking the whole time. Now, if I had a second person with me, it would no longer be a monologue. Our next root word is phon. Phone, meaning sound. Notice that there isn't an E here at the end. Now, the E is usually used, like in microphone or telephone, but it doesn't have to be. Sometimes it's a Y, like in symphony. So, first up we have microphone, a device used to change sound into electrical energy. I know we think of microphones as being something you talk to make your voice loud. Technically, that's not what it's doing. It's changing your voice into this electrical energy so that that electrical energy can go to a speaker and then be made loud. So the microphone is only doing one half of that process. The telephone, an apparatus, or a thing used to transmit sound to a distant point, so I can call my family in New York and they can hear the sound of my voice even though they're very far away. Symphony. So sim we know means same. So symphony is a harmony of sounds when all the sounds blend together to be just one sound. This is very common in music. You'll hear it a lot, especially if you're listening to a chorus sing or you're listening to an orchestra try to play together. Next up we have proto. Proto means first. Proto means first. You also, and it's not listed here, but you also may hear prototype. Prototype is the first option being made. So on our list here we have protocol. So that's protocol, or the customs of being formal, like the first things you should do when you meet somebody. So the protocol in the United States for meeting somebody new is to greet them, so to say hello, usually to shake hands in some way, shape, or form. Then the next step in the protocol is to introduce yourself. So my name is, right? And then the next step in the protocol is for the other person to answer back. It's nice to meet you. My name is. So that protocol, these steps, are what are the first things you do when you meet somebody, or the first things you do when you start a new project. For many people, the protocol is to put their name at the top of a page when they start a new assignment. So a proton down here is a positively charged particle of a cell nucleus. And so this one will only make sense to you if you've studied cells. So some of you may know this, some of you may not. Basically, when you have atoms, you have the nucleus, and inside the nucleus you have several different types of energy. So there are protons and neutrons that are positive and neutral inside of it. And outside you have, going around it, orbiting around it, electrons, which are negative. Now, as you study atoms and nuclei and protons and electrons, you'll see that this is actually an older model of showing how these things work. This is what's called a Bohr model. The neutron cloud model is more popular now. So see your science teacher for the most up-to-date version of that. So, last but not least, we have protozoa. Protozoa is a group of single-celled organisms. Protozoa are some of the first living organisms that were on this planet. You will learn about protozoa when you do the history of time, essentially, in one of your science classes. And last but certainly not least, we have viv, meaning life. I'm actually going to start down here with revive. So remember last week in week 14 words, re means again, and viv, meaning life. So revive is literally to just live again. And you can actually just say that as your definition if that helps you. Next up, we have vivid. Vivid is full of life, lively, animated. So you can have vivid colors, which are really bright colors. You could have vivid personalities. People are very excited and very energetic. Then last, we have survive. Now I put survive as a star level word because a lot of you are going to look at the root word sur, S-U-R, and it always mixes people up. All right, but we know that to survive is to continue to live. Surviving is living on into the future. Thank you so much for watching this week as we went over week 15 root words. Make sure you study for the quiz on Friday. Make sure you subscribe to the Teacher Eberle YouTube channel. We want to keep you up to date with the latest and greatest. There are also more language arts resources throughout this YouTube channel, plus, of course, all of the older root words. Thank you, and comment if you have any questions or if you think of more example words. We'd love to hear from you.